that because you've seen other dogs?
Do you know, that's pretty new, that. Mate.
How long is he here for?
Very rarely he does that.
Okay.
That's the thing, man. At home at the moment, I'm the only one that can walk him. Outside is a lot of this.
Just pulling like a train.
Microphone's gonna love this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should have put one on him. Meet Reggie, the larger-than-life Staffy cross, whose owner is at his wit's end. Since adopting Reggie 2 months ago, it's become increasingly apparent that Reggie didn't receive the critical socialization that he so desperately needed as a puppy. He's just so over-exuberant that he doesn't know what to do with himself, especially when he's faced with other dogs and sometimes even people. For anyone that knows me, you'll know that Reggie is my type of dog, and you'll also know that I had an absolute blast spending the last few days with him. In the following video, we outline and demonstrate all the key fundamental obedience drills we think are the most effective when it comes to addressing dog reactivity and maintaining that low arousal state. And that's what we should all be aiming for. Low arousal exposure to the trigger, whether that be dogs, cats, squirrels, people's cars, bikes, vans, and sessions that become increasingly difficult based on our success rate. As always, we are big advocates of addressing the underlying causes as to potentially why our dog is so reactive. So what you're seeing here is fundamental training activities that assist in the process of treating your dog's reactivity. But we really want to be sure that we are ticking each and every box when it comes to changing our dog's behavior permanently for the better. So if you're interested in learning more about dog reactivity, causes, and treatment, then don't forget to download our absolutely free interactive dog reactivity guide by clicking the link in our description. Anyway, let's take a look at how we transform Reggie's behavior from this
Something like
to this. And again,
yeah,
nice. What about when he sees other dogs?
Super excited to see him.
Yeah.
Absolutely no manners whatsoever. Eventually he's going to come across one that's not going to be that pleased about it.
Not going to be too tolerant of his, he's just exuberant, right?
Yeah.
What do you want out of the training?
Just him to be a bit more chill. Like, when we're going out on walks and stuff, when you want to like walk past people and not have my dog fucking lunge at them.
Yeah.
I guess the main thing would be to not have to keep giving excuses each time I go past people. He's young. He is young.
He's quite young.
I've only had him 2 months. I didn't do this.
6'4". Yeah. I'm going to concentrate purely on the dog for a couple of minutes, then explain what I'm doing for you in the camera. Yes, good lad. Yes, good lad. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, good lad. Good boy. Good lad. So, there's no point having a dog that hits the end of the lead, then turns around and then is good, and then we feed that dog. Reason being, I need to teach him how to turn off the end of the lead, do a 180, then come back to the handler. Yeah, good lad. So I'm only marking, rewarding the points where he hits the end of the lead, turns the lead off, yes, and realizes, one, when I feel the end of the lead, what instead of lowering my body position, pulling harder and going into like the strongman stance of trying to overcome it and getting really annoyed, I need to do a 180. That's where reinforcement happens, when I spin around and look at the handler instead. So when I do hit the end of the lead, my reflex over time is going to become turn and look at dad, not freak out and try and get to the draw, which is dogs and people in his case, right? So right now the lesson for the dog isn't like, can you just sit and take food from me? People call that engagement. That's not engagement. That's just me being a Pez dispenser. Yes, good lad. The lesson is understand lead pressure, understand how to turn it off. And it's really important that lead pressure is utilized in that first initial teaching sequence, because of when he experiences a little bit more pressure, when he throws himself at a dog later on, he must understand exactly how to turn it off. Now, if the pressure is absent from the learning experience, he'll never understand how to turn pressure off because he's never experienced the pressure before. Yes, good lad, good boy. So when I do start paying him now in the heel work and loose lead work, I'm going to pay around here, not around here. Good lad. Good lad. Lad. Heel. So now he's doing it. I'm going to start labeling it, calling it heel. So we're going to start place work with Reg now. Good. I'm going to take the lead. I'm going to pretend it's made of dental floss. I'm going to drag it towards the floor and lure the down with the food. So it's going to look like this. As his elbows touch the floor, I'm then going to take the pressure off and deliver food. So I got a closed hand, break. I open my hand as I release the pressure, break. I then give the break cue. I take the lead to about a foot, drag towards the floor as if it's made of dental floss, this bit, so not loads of pressure. Break. Down. Good. Good. Break. The next step I need to think about is erecting myself, so bringing myself up, oi, down. Bring myself up, I pay once there, bring myself up again, break. Why do we use the lead whilst teaching the place? Because we're going to have to use the lead later on to correct the place. The lead must be utilized in the teaching process, because if we don't utilize the lead in the teaching process, later on down the line when we go to correct the dog and then compel him into the down, he won't know how to turn that pressure off. So then what we should be able to do is place, sit, down, just use the lead, pay in directly, and voila, we've got rid of our lure really, really quickly. Break. Good boy. Clever boy. Down. Nice, bird. Good. No. Down. So there you go. That's why we're teaching with the lead. That's why we incorporate the lead in our lures to begin with. So when he does break, I can, no. Because if he breaks the command and I'm only able to, and I'm only empowered to reset the command with food, what I'll end up doing is teach the dog, if you get up, it's another opportunity to seek reinforcement. And lo and behold, I reinforce the dog breaking the command. Good. So now we're going to attempt some recall with Reggie. Now, I'm going to use a whistle because you can't accidentally blow a whistle around the house. You can accidentally say your dog's name, and you can accidentally give your dog's recall term. The second thing I want to demonstrate is that the importance of having control on lead and the effect it has in our likelihood of how our dog is going to recall back at us. So if we took Reggie from Tuesday, barking, lunging and throwing himself around other dogs, and tried to incorporate recall to that version of Reggie, we'd be very unlikely, just park him up there, Prawn, very unlikely to get any success out of teaching this dog recall. We're going to start on our 6-foot lead. We don't start recall on a 30-foot long line. We always start on a 6-foot lead. So we got a puppy. Texas working over here. Little Malin, yes. Little Malinois puppy. And yeah, let's do some whistle work. Yes. So first one. I'm going to blow. I'm going to let him have a half a handful of food. And then Leisha's going to start moving the puppy around. Yes. Lad. Add a little bit of a correction then to try and re-gauge his attention. And chances are... Yes. 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 Wow. Voila. So that's how we go about teaching the 3 fundamental behaviors that aid us in treating dog reactivity. Those behaviors were then repeated over and over again, incrementally increasing the distraction levels for Reggie, in this case, namely other dogs. Now we move on to the handover with Reggie's owner. It's now my job to hand the reins over to Reggie's dad, making sure he has everything in his dog training arsenal to make sure Reggie is as good a boy for his dad as he was for me. Enjoy. Should I just take some and put it in your left hand pocket? Yeah, okay, he's eating it. He's eating it. No, you've never eaten it. Eat it now just to prove a point. You can't have some bloke coming in here and If the lead gets tight here,
Yeah.
a double tug like this. Like a flick of the wrist, double tug, all right? Flick, flick, and turn. Flick, 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 flick. Good. Now food. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Turn. Good. Food. It's nice. Nice. Tug, tug. Yep. Nice. Good. Do me a little favor when you're feeding him.
Yeah.
Always feed what we call overhand. Not underhand like this. Overhand like this. Best bet to save your fingers because he's keen as mustard on his food.
Oh yeah.
Pinch, push. So there, even though he's going like the clappers at my hand, he's not going to pinch my fingers off. If I obviously do this, he's actually pretty good to be fair. He's not going to absolutely take my fingers off, but we can get caught in the crossfire, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you to go back and forth there a couple of times more. You feed him when you think necessary. You turn when you think necessary. And on the third time you get to that corner, you just sit and break.
Okay.
Once he's had 30 seconds in break, heel, and then 3 times up and down.
Yes.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
You got it.
How am I finding this more
Smash it.
difficult
You're
than him?
smashing it. Good. Every opportunity he looks at a dog and then looks at you, pay, 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 pay.
Yeah,
This is where our pay and rate should be at its highest. And again, nice. Once he's had 30 seconds, Kia, Reg heel, and then we'll do a couple more lengths.
Reg, heel.
Nice.
Yeah, good boy.
What?
Yeah,
Speak.
good boy. Yeah,
Yes.
good boy.
There, food. Yeah, nice. Speak. Perfect.
Yeah, good boy.
That was exactly the right choice. We're gonna go and do some place work now. Good. Nice, Reg. Place. Sit. Good. Down. When we're in place, we're always using room service, meaning the food goes to the dog.
Yeah. Place. Down.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Now, nice starty, nice and easy one. Break, walk 5 steps that way, and then do another one.
Break.
Nice. That's good.
Then back up.
Yep, place.
Place. Down.
Yes, sir. Good. The sooner we practice this sitting down, the better, because if we want our place work, typically want our place work for take the dog to the pub, cafe, sat around in the living room, whatever it may be, we're typically going to be sat down, right? So as soon as we can practice this whilst we're sat, the better. Nice. Don't drag the lead. Yeah, nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good. Straight back up, pay. Just there's good. Thank you, mate.
Say, mate, it is interesting over there, isn't it? I wasn't expecting to see a tunnel fly across the field either.
All sorts of wacky shit goes on here. It's nice. Nice, okay.
Oh.
Go pay. Because see how he just did that little sign of getting comfy?
Yeah.
That was him going like, oh, if I can't get up, I might as well get cozy here. And we can just say, yeah, that's great. Like, love that. Cool, you're going to go back, just give him a break. Then we're going to put him in throwaway mode and take him back to the car, mate.
Sweet. Break.
Nice. Good boy. He's class, isn't he?